Good afternoon and welcome to November 15th, 2021 Board of Public Works and Safety. It's our rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Jim Barrett.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I don't think Gwen's out there, so.
Is Gwen here? No. Okay.
Okay, we will begin with turning your cell phone ringers off, please, and we'll start with roll call.
Brian Dom.
Present.
Becky Gibson.
Present.
Diana Phillips. Present. Jim Barrett.
Here.
Everyone has the minutes of the November 1st, 2021 regular meeting. Are there any additions and corrections to that?
Make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Move on down to new business. Is Abby out here? Clint, is Abby out there with the foundation? I take it that was a no.
No.
Okay.
Wait, here's somebody.
Oh.
There's somebody out there.
I can't see. We can move on and come back if need be. Abby?
Yeah, I think it's her. Yeah.
Well, you're not Abby. There we go.
You have all the things.
Sure. I have these copies in case you all would like to spread out. So this is Abby. I'm Alexandra Flug and I'm the Executive Director at the Fayette Community Foundation. I know some of you. Abby and Morgan are also staff at our office. And we are here to ask for a temporary closure of an alleyway for an event that we're going to have. So the paper we gave you has the details. Basically, Friday, December 3rd, we are going to have a fun community event, and that will take place in the evening from 5 to 7. But we do need quite a bit of time that day to set up the decorations and things we have. And we're hoping to use the alley that is directly adjacent to our building on the south side. So there's an alley along the back of our building that runs north and south. We're not asking to close that one, just the one that runs east and west just to the south of our building for the whole day, ideally with a couple barriers on either end to protect people coming to the event. And then we will be cleaned up that night. So that is our request.
You need barriers from the street department then.
It would be ideal, yeah.
Questions?
Make a motion to accept Abby's request.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Just get with Brad and
Good
go
luck.
work on the
Thank
barriers.
Thank you.
Okay, item B, we have the approval agreement with Rundell Ernstberger and Associates with the comprehensive plan. Sir, you want to come on up?
I can pass.
This is the grant we were awarded through Okra. We met, I'm not sure how long ago we
May.
did that.
I had to look. It was May when we were here.
We had it put out for bid and we had 2 engineering firms apply. We put together a committee. They said 3 or 4, I think I had 7 people there from many groups to try to get a full perspective of what we want. And Rundell, I was going to call it something different. Rundell was picked, Ernstberger was picked, selected to do the services for the comprehensive plan. So I'll let you, if there's any questions, everyone's got the agreement in front of them. If you have something you want to say, go right ahead.
Yeah, no, I just say, my name's Adam Pieper. I am a associate and senior planner with Rundell Ernstberger Associates. I'll be the project manager. My colleague, Cecil Penland, who is working on the 2nd Street Park with you all right now as well, who lives just outside Cambridge City. He's gonna be the partner in charge. Typically with these, Okra sets out a fairly standard outline and process that we are required to follow. The grant requirements say it can't be more than a year, but we typically aim for 9 or 10 months. One, to keep interest and activity going, but also build in a little extra time just in case. But happy to answer any questions about our scope or the process or comprehensive plans in general.
It looks like it's a very detailed. I mean, there's a lot that's going to be going on. So, and you're thinking, you said 9 months?
9 or 10 months. We have a project steering committee, it's called the Comprehensive Planning Committee, that kind of oversees the process. That's typically going to be composed of city staff, other local leaders, residents, business owners, in addition to two community outreach efforts, whether those are an open house here or some other type of public meeting or attendance at a community event. We'll kind of figure out as we get into it. But yeah, the kind of breadth of topics that are to be addressed in the plan include everything from land use, transportation, parks and recreation, economic development, housing, all of that.
And you facilitate all of that?
Yep. Yeah, and I'll say, you know, big picture, I don't know how, some of you have probably been involved in maybe previous comprehensive plan efforts for the city or other long-range planning. We kind of see our task as, obviously, if the big picture vision isn't there, facilitating those discussions, but really the important thing is translating that into a series of actionable projects and the day-to-day steps that can realize that larger vision.
When was the last time we've had?
2000, what's the year, 14, 12, 14,
11
somewhere?
or 14. 11, I was thinking
Somewhere around
11,
there was
16,
the last
I'm
time.
not sure if it's-
That was one of the biggest things that we were going through this process was, I just don't want another plan that gets put on a shelf. I want a plan that has action steps and an implementation strategy to start getting some stuff done. And they stuck out really in that area for us, and everyone was very comfortable that's looked at them.
Okay.
So I'm used to saying REA, so,
Just say
If I
REA,
say it
that's
short,
that's
that's-
totally fine.
so, any other questions?
Motion to approve the agreement?
Second?
We got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, sir. Okay, item C, D, E, F, and G can all be taken together if you'd like. They are transfers. Rosemary?
Resolution 2021-47 is a transfer within the cable department, moving $100 from telephone to postage. Resolution 2021-48 is a resolution to transfer within the airport department, moving $260 from gas and oil to sanitation, moving $2,150 from oil and gas to other repairs, moving $790 from oil and gas to minor equipment. Resolution 2021-49 is a transfer within the airport, moving $100 from refunds to repair of equipment. Resolution 2021-50 is a resolution to transfer within the police department, moving $10,000 from other employees to department heads. Resolution 2021-51 is a resolution to transfer within the first aid department, moving $500 from gasoline to sanitation.
Any questions?
Motion to approve the request?
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item H, we have the approval of the IPEP safety grant agreement. We applied for several defibrillators, I forget it was 5. We got approved for 1, so we just need approval to get this agreement approved so we can work on getting the defibrillator in.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you very much. Move on down to some department matters. Mr. Coulter with the utilities.
Howdy.
No.
First, we have a trash collection I'd like for you to approve. It's for 722 Northeastern. It's a little business called Twice as Nice. I think it's a consignment shop.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
The next thing is, we hired a new trash truck driver a couple months ago. He just got in the union last week. I would like to ask permission to increase his pay up to full pay. He caught on real quick, doing a great job. he gets an 80-cent raise when he starts making his route on time, which he has done, so.
Motion to approve Brad's request.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Sir?
The last thing, I talked to a couple of you ahead of time, it didn't make the agenda. We went down another person in our staff on Wednesday, and I've got a shortage of about 3 people that are fairly long-term. I need to get somebody hired we'll probably hire somebody in the maintenance department so they can kind of be a floater and fill in a couple of these spots. So I'm asking.
Utilities?
Yeah, at the utilities. I'm asking for permission to hire somebody.
Just one
Motion to
person.
approve his request.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to hire one person. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Harden. I almost called you hire. I was writing the word hire and saying Harding at the same time. And I was like,
Yeah,
that did not
yeah.
come out right.
Or you say something as you're typing something else and you type something wrong, yeah, all the time. Just ask for permission to dispose of 3 chairs, recliner type chairs. They're not of any great, huge value. They're very, very well loved. Just thought it would be better that come from you than just me, so.
Can you motion, oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Can you motion, I'll take the motion.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thanks, sir. Okay. Down to department reports. Mr. McQuarrie.
Good afternoon, Board. We have the monthly report. Overtime was up quite a bit from the month before. A couple factors go into that. One, we had one on light duty due to an on-duty injury. We had one that was away at training all month, which made for quite a bit. And then also it was a 3-pay month. So it reflects higher, but it should due to the 3-pay. A couple of the numbers from the report. Citations issued, we had 37 issued off of 144 traffic stops. Out of 50 accidents, 4 of them had injuries involved. There were 122 arrests made. 31 of those were due to drug-related arrest calls. Some numbers from our task force. 39 grams of meth was taken off the street last month. They had 6 arrests for dealing and 1 for other, which could be anything. Then there was also 2 different search warrants that they completed. We do have our officer back from K-9 training now, so he is back on the road and working. Another update is our body cams. They are on back order. We're waiting for delivery on those, and it looks like it's not going to be till after the first of the year until we have them and implement them. And that's not just because of the back order, it's because of their short-staffed and their training is that far back. So right now we're looking at probably February before they get online.
Question on that, Rosemary, do we have to pay for them being in fiscal year of 2021, or can it roll over to 22?
Jaleesa's asking for the current invoice, and I think the grant company will work with us on the delay.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is Nick up there?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Hiding, I can't see you.
Well done, Nick.
How's everybody?
Good. You?
Good. So, got my spreadsheets, I believe. Basically, we did one more mow with the city on some properties that were looking bad, and that's it for the year on those. So, basically, that's slowed down. So.
Any questions?
Nice to see the list a little shorter.
Yeah, it's going by month now,
Make us
so.
manageable.
I had to change it so you wasn't getting overwhelmed with information.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Paws, you out there? Hiding again. Act like you're still on island time.
Yeah, it's tough to recover. Let's see, for the month of October, we had 9 hours, 17 minutes of media production, 13 hours, 48 minutes of original production. What I really want to point out is a new program that we're going to premiere this week, Tv3 News Journal, which is going to be all about local news that's usually not covered in local media, things that kind of get forgotten, so we're going to really focus on that. Get some more information out to the public about what's going on in the community. So, any questions?
Awesome looking set too.
Thank you. That'll premiere this Wednesday at 5:10 p.m. and will be bi-weekly on that to start with, and it will air weekdays at 5:10 after CHS Today.
Every day,
Yes, weekdays.
weekdays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Chief Hardy.
Hello again.
Should have a copy of my report. Did 359 calls for service. It's still statistically over where we normally are. I think we've slowed a little bit, kind of as the metrics have changed on the COVID. We've slowed down a little bit, but we're still above average. Kind of gave a rundown of who I've got off right now. You can see they're all medics, so we're continuing to fight that battle. I've moved some people around. People have voluntarily canceled vacation, things like that, so that we can not continue to hammer the same people, because we've got such a small staff to give everybody a break. So I'm grateful for that. We did complete, and I think I asked last time, maybe, for the rural provider relief grant, for lack of a better term. I'm not really sure exactly how to phrase it, but it's a grant for lack of a better term. We did, got the numbers for Jaleesa. We calculated it, and what they're trying to do is reimburse you for your losses due to COVID, due to either your decrease in numbers or and that sort of thing. And came up with roughly $190,000. So that's been submitted. We don't know how much of that they're going to give us. We don't know when they're going to give us. We don't know if they're going to give us anything. It's one of those, you file and here you go, and then you wait for them to grace us with their answer. So I'll keep you updated on that as I get more information, but I just don't have anything as far as that goes. Kind of at their mercy. So does anybody have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Clint.
Superintendent Good.
Hi.
Hello.
With the colder weather, it's slowing down at the parks. You'll see lots of no updates on my report. That's kind of normal for this time of year. Most everything is shut down. All the bathrooms are shut down. And the Smalley's Gate will probably close that next month when we get our first official freeze on the time. We do have our indoor sports open. We have volleyball open till the 24th. And then we have boys basketball due December the 10th. And then indoor soccer, men's league, and church league basketball all due on December the 17th. The big news at the park right now is 2nd Street. We're doing really well with our fundraising. We got another $10,000 donation last Friday from Reed Hospital. We're very thankful for that. We are officially at $101,000 and some change. So that's halfway to our $200,000 goal, and we plan to use that money as match money with grant opportunities. I did want to recognize our top 4 donors so far have been the Fayette County Foundation with $20,000, FCN Bank with $20,000, Mac Machine with $10,000, and Reed Hospital with $10,000. We've had 4 donors between $5,000 and $10,000, 3 donors between $2,500 and $5,000, 9 donors between $1,000 and $2,500, and 6 donors from $500 to $1,000. So not a lot of people making up that big number. So we really hope the rest of the community buys in and supports the park. It is available online now with PayPal, so couldn't be easier. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Chief Jones.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Everybody should have a copy of my monthly packet. We'll start off with the overtime. Overtime was up. Obviously, it was a 3-pay month. Still, it was a little higher than normal. October is a pretty heavy vacation month, and we did have several sick times. We are still, until we get our latest member, Mr. Bolos, trained, we're not counting him as our daily minimum, so that's why the overtime's up a little bit. But over the next couple of weeks, we expect to have him trained on all the trucks and good to go. So hopefully that number will decline next month. Any questions on the overtime? All right, we'll move on to the run reports. For October, we had 167 incidents, and you can see a brief summary over the next few pages of the runs we had over that month. Training for October had a total of 49 hours of training. You can see a summarized list of the training. And then on the last page, you'll see the inspections done for October. Any questions on that? All right.
Software getting up and running good.
I'm sorry?
Software getting up and running good with that.
Yes, it is. I've been busy doing some other things, so I haven't got my other inspectors fully trained on that yet, so I want to get them trained before I turn them loose, so.
Yeah, we figured.
Yep.
Just want to keep.
We're getting there, we're getting there. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Director Coulter.
Can you just go first? I'll go ahead and do utility report real quick. Should have the October report, revenue disbursements. Went pretty well this month, past month. Overtime, $7,080. 2,294 of that is scheduled overtime. Most of it down the sewer plant, a little bit at the water plant. Attached is the water and sewer reports for the month. October was a month of continuing education for the management there. October 19th, 2021. Brad, Aaron, and myself attended the Indiana Water Alliance Seminar in Fort Wayne. October 26th, myself and Aaron attended the MS4 annual meeting in Annapolis. That's for our stormwater MS4 stuff. And October 12th, we hosted a SIOA meeting at the sewer plant. That's a good way for our employees to get hours without traveling somewhere, hosting events. So that went pretty well. And we also painted the service building and the water plant this past month and a half. Any questions?
Thank you.
Got a few things to tell you about. At the transfer station, we had 780 tons of trash. 358 of those were brought and 422 that we picked up. We got our new hot box in, and they're actually coming to train the guys on that tomorrow. So you'll see that orange hot box out on the street, patching holes here pretty soon. Mel's pretty much finishing up downtown with her work on the flowers and stuff. Wanted to give her special recognition. She did a great job this summer, taking over for Kathy.
Yes, you did.
We've been working on putting up the Christmas lights. I think maybe by the time today's over, they'll have all the ones on Park Road installed, and the ones are all up downtown, I think, and lit.
They just came in, so we'll have to get them.
We got more downtown.
There's 4. We had to get 4 more.
And the guys at the street department attended a few guys from the park and some from the county attended a snowplow seminar that we had a week or so ago at the Miller Building. I think the guys mowed about 8 properties last month, which, like Nick said, finished up with that. Ron got all the crosswalks painted downtown temporarily until the paving's done. We'll get new striping next year. Finished up the mowing at the cemetery. We're probably pretty much done over there. At the compost site, I thought I would just tell you, after we expanded the hours there, last month we had 235 people bring brush, 122 people brought yard waste. He loaded up 32 loads of compost and 12 loads of mulch. So I guess us staying open extra days paid off. And the leaf pickup, they were in the middle of town finishing up today. One crew was at 24th Street heading south and the other was at 18th Street heading north. And then they'll start on the far end. So one crew will go to probably to Hanson Meadows or East Connersville and start and then work this way. The other one will start in town north and head south.
About how many places will get hit? Say like in town, if somebody has their leaves out and misses it today, you're gonna be coming back 3 different times, or?
Well, it's been weird so far because it started out kind of slow because the leaves didn't fall till we got all that wind last week.
Yeah.
It takes them about a week, I'd say, to get through town all the way. So I'd say by the time they get to your house again, we'll probably be towards the end of this week. That answer your question?
Okay, sure does.
Justin, you got that picture? I wanted to tell you, I wanted to try to keep you up to date because the numbers are so big on our Headworks project. This is the pretty much the set design for the building. It gives you an idea where that thing's going to set. You can see it setting between the transfer station and the wastewater plant. That big storage, that square to the south side of the building is a hole that will hold 1 million gallons of overflow water. Eventually we'll have probably 3 to 4 million gallons of holding of overflows, but we'll be starting out with 1 million. So the numbers are looking like about $17 million by the time we move the pumps. A few million of that will be paid for out of sewer. The biggest part of it will be paid for with the SRF revolving loan fund. So you'll hear me talking quite a bit about that. We're rapidly moving towards a bid opening in March. Looks like we're still not considered exactly in the fundable range of SRF, but there's a loan program right outside of the regular loan program that we do fall into. But still, there's 1 or 2 big projects that may not happen around the state that may allow us to get into the subsidized portion. So, I wanted to tell you, EB Drive 10th Street Water Main Replacement Project is wrapping up. They're working on the last of the asphalt patching in EB Drive today and tomorrow. They'll be going up to 10th Street to patch a couple holes up there, and we're just about finished. They have a driveway or 2 they have to pour this week. Going to try to get them to grade out all the dirt. The seeding will not be done this year. It's just too late to seed, but we'll come back and do that in the very early part of the spring. That was a long one. Any questions?
Yeah, that's good to hear. I've had some questions
Yeah,
about that.
it took way longer than it should have. We missed the boat a little bit in the way we designed that project. And again, you learn each time you do a project what you forgot to do or what you left out. We should have sequenced that so that they totally completed areas before they moved to another area. But we let them leave one area with the road still tore up, and people have every right to complain it took too long. But finally now, just about finished it.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Okay, we went down to old business. Is there any old business? Okay, Brad, miscellaneous business. Mr. Wilson is looking for permission to put the Santa house in our parking lot over here.
Yes. We would ask your permission to place the Santa house at 5th and Central, where it has traditionally been in the past.
Discover Connersville actually owns the house, and we have two different gentlemen that have volunteered on Friday and Saturday evenings to be Santa, and we tend to have candy canes and so on, and trying to coordinate also with the railroad to collaborate with each other during the holiday season. So asking your permission to place it there.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Any other miscellaneous business? Not, we'll move on to claims. Rosemary?
Payroll claims is $466,192.69. The city claims is $247,740.83. Utilities is $313,115.28.
We have a
Motion
motion.
to approve the claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you very much. I lost Claire's not there. Anybody from the public out there have anything to say? Quiet. Okay. If not, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carried. Thank you very much.